It's finally a new year. I'm super thankful that I got to see 2026, and I'm glad you guys made it with me. Before we begin, I'm kind of curious about something. Do you guys usually make resolutions for the new year, or are you in that camp that's like, oh, that's kind of stupid? Because usually I'm in the camp that says, like, oh, I think you should be starting your goals at any time of the year instead of waiting for the new one. But this year, I kind of went against that. I'm not sure if you guys can relate, but back in high school, I used to be an absolute bookworm. Like any chance I get to like sneak in 5 more minutes on whatever book I was reading, like I was taking that opportunity. I mean, like, look, I still read here and there, but not at all like I used to. And I kind of want to get back to that. So this year, I'm kind of doing something different, and I made myself a list of all the books I want to finish by the end of this year. Look, I didn't go out and buy myself any new books or anything. I actually already have them all on my bookshelf, but they're all either partly read or not even started. So a book a month is my goal. Look, I know it may not seem like a lot, especially for you hardcore readers out there, but I think it's enough to get me back into the swing of things. Like, who knows? Maybe I'll end up reading more than just 12 books. And possibly in the future, I'll share what I'm reading with you guys. Maybe like a little Discord action, like we could start a book club in a Discord or something. I don't know, maybe. But that kind of leads me right into today's video. As I was sorting out all these books and figuring out what I wanted to read this year, I had the grand idea to make a bookstore. So that's what I did. I ended up making like a nice, cozy little bookstore with a coffee shop to match. Like it was so nice. But coming off of the tower video, I don't know, like something just wasn't clicking for me. I don't know if it was a style of build or the size or what, honestly, but I just feel like I just didn't feel like it was like worthy for something that should be on my channel at the moment. So I ended up toiling for a couple days, trying out different builds, failing, and that's when I finally had my bright idea. I'm gonna make a library. I don't know where you guys live, but I live on the east coast of the US, and around here we have a lot of these like really interesting neoclassical red brick libraries. Here, I'll throw a couple images up on the screen right now, but I'm really getting inspired to make something along the lines of that. I've also been scrounging Pinterest for inspiration, and I think I also want to like base it loosely off of St. Peter's Basilica. Something about classical architecture with dome roofs and really pronounced columns and front facades just really speaks to me. So between those two inspirations, I think I can make something really compelling today. Yeah, as you can see, I've already started setting up shulker boxes, and all I really need to do is prepare the area here. So let me go ahead and cut down some of these trees and dig up some of this terrain, and I'll be right back with you when I'm done. Okay, so I'm officially an idiot. I'm sure some of you noticed, but I didn't make a full beacon until most of the work was already done. Dude, I have no idea why I thought it'd be a good idea to just start digging, but that was an awful plan. As you can see, all my tools are pretty much dead, so I'm gonna go repair them, grab a cup of coffee, and begin working on the library. So I'll see you in a little bit. Alright guys, so I just repaired all my tools, and as I was heading back to build up the library, Nick sent over the material list for his next build. So I thought, why not give him a hand? Hold on, let me just pull the list back up. Give me 1 second. Okay, I see you need some stone, some pale oak, a heavy core. Bro, what does he need? You know what? I'll try. I actually do know of a trial chamber location that I farmed some copper from. Hopefully everything there is still intact. Let me fly over there and quickly see what I can do. Ooh, what is this? Cat's already here. Ooh, this was supposed to be a surprise. Oh, but I think Cat had the same idea that I did. Alright, so we just finished up the first trial, and let's see what loop. Wait. Nah. Bro. First try? Nah, dude, that's insane. What? Yo, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way you got it. Yo, that's actually insane, bro. What a crazy, bro. What? How Oh my lordy lord. It's beautiful. But there are just two things that I need to do before I can truly call it finished. The first is to light up some of these candles, and I also have two shulker boxes full of iron armor that I want to place around the statues. We don't currently have a good enough skeleton skull farm yet to do the little angels with the glass everywhere, so this is the fix. While I was building, I kept having this recurring thought about how we're playing Minecraft now. And I don't mean just us, the Foundry. I'm talking about builders as a whole. Recently, I feel there's been a shift. Builders are now beginning to look at Minecraft as an art form, and artists from other mediums are being introduced to the game. Maybe I'm being optimistic, but as I keep seeing video essays, building tutorials, color theory lessons, I can't help but ask myself, are we in a Minecraft renaissance? I don't think it's just a quick phenomenon either. People are being more intentional with block placements, more mindful about world building. We're starting to see builds as more of an artful composition rather than just a fantasy aesthetic, and I'm all here for it. Actually, I've been thinking about this for a while now, which is partly the reason for this library as well. Like I mentioned before, one of the places I've referenced for this is St. Peter's Basilica. Michelangelo is, in my eyes, the greatest artist of all time. So I felt it was only right to attempt to imitate the master. I even found some early sketches of his showcasing St. Peter's double shell dome and lantern sitting on top. Unfortunately, Michelangelo never got to see his dome completed, and just like Giacomo della Porta, I attempted to take his designs and complete it for him. Of course, though, this isn't the only way that I've decided to tip my hat to Michelangelo. Right before you enter the building above the loggia, I made a small fresco of the creation of Adam. I mean, it's not one-to-one or anything, but if you squint your eyes a little bit and maybe suffer a retinal injury, you can kind of see it. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of bad, but it's my favorite painting, so I had to put it in here. I've also decided to incorporate a little bit of glass in this build. Of course, everyone knows the anti-aliasing technique where you could smooth out edges to get more precise angles. but I also use it to pop out these walls on the front facade some. I know it's not much, but I think it really gives the section a bit more texture. I also use some more glass above to like give a little pop of color and some minor weathering effects. Going back to the double shell dome, I really want to show you guys what I mean. Here at the top, I left an opening so we can get a good look inside. See how there's like a smaller dome on the interior of the larger one? That's a real architectural technique that allows builders to create really grand domes while also maintaining structural integrity. Basically, the way it works is the inner shell supports the outer shell, and it does this by distributing the weight without using any type of heavy scaffolding. I'm not even gonna lie to you, like, it's absolutely a mob spawner right now, but you couldn't pay me to jump down that hole. Obviously, I can probably keep yapping all day long about all the little details here, but for the sake of time, I think we should head inside. Okay, so before we even begin, I already know what you guys are gonna say. Oh, it's another build with no interior. Oh, as you don't do interiors. Not yet. I decided to hold off on an interior for now, and I'll let you guys know why in just a second. But I did decorate the ceiling. At this scale, I couldn't really figure out how to do something like the Sistine Chapel, even though I tried my hardest. But I think this is cool enough. Getting back to the no interiors thing, we do have a plan. As you probably know by now, I'm also a big Elden Ring glazer, so somehow I was able to convince the others to make this our new hub and loosely base the design off of the round table hold. If you don't know what that is, I highly recommend you to look it up. It's basically the main hub area where you like level up and upgrade tools and stuff in Elden Ring. So we will have an interior here, just eventually. But I think that's where I'm going to end the video off. I really need to start reading my books because I'm low-key already behind some. And I really wish I could say they were easy books, but unfortunately they're not. If they were just plain novels, dude, I can easily read like 30 books this year, I think. But they're all kind of hard. So I need to go ahead and get on that. As always, guys, I really appreciate you watching my videos. Oh, and thank you so much for 1K. Dude, that's actually ridiculous. Like, dude, 3 videos and you guys have already gotten me to 1K. Like, that's insane. I really appreciate it. And it gives me more and more motivation to make more videos like this. If you're ever interested in talking about architecture or Elden Ring or just hanging out, please join our Discord. I'll put it in the description below. And without further ado, guys, I hope you have a great day. Stay on your New Year's resolutions, and I'll see you in the next one.